वेलकम बैक टू चेसिंग द टारगेट। आज था फर्स्ट मीडिया इंटरेक्शन कोच राहुल द्रविड़ के साथ बिफोर द फर्स्ट टेस्ट, द ऑल इम्पोर्टेंट टेस्ट बिटवीन इंडिया एंड साउथ अफ्रीका, जो होने वाला है 26 को। ऑब्वियसली काफी टाइम हो गया क्रिकेट देख के, ऐसा लग रहा है। आई मीन साउथ अफ्रीका, इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, mostly पूरे matches on the boxing day, obviously जाना माना day, because a lot of people, a lot of matches go on, हर sports में तकरीबन matches रहते हैं। बट आज जो इंटरेक्शन हुआ मीडिया के साथ राहुल द्रविड़ के, इसमें काफी चीजें क्लियर होके आई हैं कि प्रॉब्ली फर्स्टली केएल राहुल माइट प्ले। आई थिंक उस जो तरीके से उन्होंने केएल राहुल के बारे में बात करें इन टर्म्स ऑफ बैटिंग डेप्थ, जो परफॉर्म लाके देते हैं और जो न्यू बॉल खेल सकते हैं। सेकेंडली केएल राहुल जो का जो भी अभी तक 50 ओवर फॉर्मेट या वाइट बॉल फॉर्मेट में जो उनका प्रदर्शन रहा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ विकेट कीपिंग, उसके बारे में भी काफी तारीफें करी है। ऑलरेडी उन्होंने कहीं ना कहीं मेंशन कर दिया कि भाई दिस विल बी एन इम्पोर्टेंट चैलेंज। और केएल राहुल प्रॉब्ली आई थिंक विल गेट टू थिंक, चिच्चा यहीं से आया जी, लाइव आया जी। पूरा एक प्रोसेस रहता है, समझाता हूँ। आओ, आप कहाँ है भाई? आप कहाँ से गलती से आगे, शायद गलत चैनल पे स्क्रॉल करते करते आ गए तुम। बट या तो राहुल द्रविड़ काफ़ी चीज़ें आप बोले हैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में। मोस्टली ही इज़ कॉन्फिडेंट। आई मीन 92 के बाद, 92 के बाद उन्होंने ये बोल रहे कि भाई हमने अच्छा टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेला साउथ अफ्रीका में, बट विद आई थिंक इन 23 टेस्ट इंडिया खाली 4 जीते। एंड दैट रियली डजंट शो अ लॉट ऑफ गुड साइंस ऑफ गुड क्रिकेट, बट आई मीन इन बिट्स एंड पीसेस यस इंडिया अच्छा खेले हुए हैं। बट साउथ अफ्रीका इज़ अ वेरी बिग चैलेंज, वेरिएबल बाउंस, स्पीड, पेस ही विकेट्स रहने वाले हैं। एंड इतनी सीम नहीं होती बोलो उन्होंने। But again, India has struggled in the past. Only a few test matches come to mind जब India actually made an impact. South Africa have been dominant against thing। बड़े दिनों के बाद, अरे भाई 2 दिन पहले लाइव करे, आप कहाँ है विनय भाई? तुम ही नहीं दिख रहे बैगन। आईपीएल के टाइम भी नहीं आए तुम। तो खैर वो बाद के बातें करेंगे, लेकिन What's your team for the game? Oh, how are you? I'm good, brother. How are you? Hope everything is good. टीम का डिस्कस करेंगे। हमारे गुरुजी आ जाएंगे, मुस्तफा भाई। आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर हिम टू कम एज वेल, तो फिर उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। बट यस, काफी ऐसा लिख रहा है, बहुत टाइम हो गया अच्छा क्वालिटी क्रिकेट देख के। आई थिंक इंडिया साउथ अफ्रीका का ओडीआई भी होके काफी टाइम हो गया। एंड देन पाकिस्तान ऑस्ट्रेलिया का फर्स्ट टेस्ट तो 14 टू 3 दिन में खत्म हो गया। सो देव गॉट अ मैसिव ब्रेक। वहाँ पे वाकार यूनिस काफी क्रिटिकल थे पाकिस्तान की टीम के बारे में कि भाई, it doesn't look like a pacey attack. You need pace on this, Melbourne ground, or in Australia in general. You need pacers, but uh, it's just okay, bhai, you need a pace attack and you need a bowler who can bowl 140 to 150. तो मेरे हिसाब से yeah, I still haven't gone in over 19th over यार, छोड़ दो भाई। कहीं को याद दिला रहे मेरे को। बट द्रविड़ वही बोले कि भाई डोंट, you have to, can't let the disappointment, जो हमारा टाइटल हो एक, can't let the disappointment of the past, you've got to be quick। एक के बाद एक सीरीज आते जा रहे, आपका परफॉर्मेंसेस हैव टू बी एट ऑप्टिमल लेवल। तो यू कांट बी स्टक बैक इन द पास्ट एंड बी लाइक अरे भाई हार गए करके। हार गए, हो गया, खत्म हो गया, आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते। आगे ही बढ़ना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट्स अबाउट इट। But yeah, I mean, if we go towards the other side, Australia or Pakistan, not the best bowling attack right now in cricket। Asia Cup में, I remember कौन से की बोला, I think हसन अली या किसी ने वर्ल्ड कप में बोला था कि हम लोग ने सेल्फ प्रोक्लेम नहीं करा था बेस्ट पेस अटैक। We are the best pace attack। We're not self proclaiming it, people are calling। But now पाकिस्तान की पेस में कोई पेस ही नहीं रहा है। You can all call Shaheen Shah Afridi also like a medium pacer at this point। 137 139 डाल रहे, उतना threatening नहीं है। They really need their bowlers to show an impact, batsmen as well, but bowling is their strong frontier, जो अभी दिख के नहीं आ रही। काफी इंजरीज हैं। बट लेट्स सी, इट्स गोना बी फन कि भाई वहाँ क्या करती है पाकिस्तान अलग। बट ऑब्वियसली जिस तरीके का अभी इम्पैक्ट रहा है ऑसीज का इन टर्म्स ऑफ द आईपीएल न्यूज, पैट कमिंस, मिचेल स्टार्क, हेजलवुड का छोड़ दो, बट ये दो इन पर्टिकुलर जो 24 करोड़ एंड 20 करोड़ के auction prices में थे, तो they made a lot of noise। So it's going to be fun to see them in the second test। And then obviously you have expectations, not expectation I think, but you would like to see Pakistan come up with a bit of a fight, वरना बहुत ज़्यादा one sided दिख सकता है ये second test भी at Melbourne। Manoj answer, bro, why does India not groom Umran Malik? Is it only SRH has to groom him? I mean, उसको जो भी मौके मिले, to be fair, he hasn't outshined or outperformed anything। He had a tendency to get hit। He has to learn how to pitch it in the right areas according to his pace। So usually आप देखो इंडिया श्रीलंका के भी सीरीज में उसको 25 रन मार दिए थे। I think एक या 2 ओवर में, and he will kept getting paddle, kept getting hit to find, like because they're using the pace use कर दे रहे हैं उसका, and उसको खत्म कर दे रहे हैं। आईपीएल में भी आप देखो, he is like, yeah, exactly, like Manoj bhai, like Vinay bhai is saying, he is getting groomed. It's not that Saraj has to groom him, but he's gotten opportunities as well in the beginning of this year, but he's just very right now abhi hai age hai uske side mein, but he needs to do something special to get back into this team. I mean, would you pick Umran Malik right now over, like, let's say Shami, Siraj, Bumrah and all of these guys? I don't think so. After the World Cup, so they've cemented their self more. But I do understand आप किस एंगल से बोल रहे हैं कि भाई you require pace. Pace in Umran Malik has pace, and in South Africa you require these kind of pacey bowlers जो India lack right now. वैसे बोला बैंगलोर में भी एक बॉलर था, आई फॉरगॉट हिज नेम, आरसीबी में भी एक बॉलर, बट यू कांट जस्ट गेट एनीवन हु इज बॉलिंग 150, राइट? यू नीड टू हैव कंट्रोल ऑन दैट बॉल, you need to have control on your line and length. That is what Umran Malik has to work on. That's what he's working on. So I think he got opportunities regardless of what size the ground is or whatever. You need to show a little bit signs of improvement, जो नहीं करा, fair enough. IPL में भाई उन्हें करा ही नहीं, and Markram had to drop him as well. So it's not just that छोटे ग्राउंड में अपॉर्चुनिटी, बट आईपीएल में भी आई नो इट्स अ 20 ओवर फॉर्मेट एंड व्हाटएवर, इट्स हार्डर फॉर द bowlers, but even he has no disguise in his shorter ones. He doesn't have a good, like, Yorker नहीं डालता consistently. We know what he's capable of doing, जो उन्होंने इम्पैक्ट लाया था आईपीएल में, बट उस हिसाब से अगर आप देखो 150 क्लिक्स अगर आप डाल रहे, यू शुड हैव अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ रेपुटेशन। लाइक कोएचे को देख लो आप, सिमिलरली कोएचे 149 150 क्लिक, बट उन्हें कितनी जल्दी अपनी मार्क बना लिया, वर्ल्ड कप में सेंसेशनल डाला। कंट्रोल होना अपने को you need to be good with your line and length, and like Vinay said, you need to just be a bit more accurate. So I think he has time in his hand. Abhi I think 24-25 का होगा, maybe younger than that also, so he has time on his hand, and you just don't want to burn him out too much before, so धीरे धीरे you will see more of Umran Malik, as अब देखो इंजरी तो काफी सस्टेन करते हैं अपने बॉलर इन पर्टिकुलर, सो आई थिंक वो हिसाब से he'll get his chance. I know मुकेश इन लोगों को आप देख रहे हैं, and you're probably like, अरे भाई उमरान को दे सकते थे, he is a differential, but they might have some kind of plan for him, some kind of process that they're trying to work out. So मेरे हिसाब से उमरान मलिक जितने भी अभी तक opportunities मिले, he's not made the best of it, and I think he's going to have to take his sweet time, and he's need to learn some new tricks up his sleeve, how to get a slower one, how to be more accurate with his yorker and short ball, and I think that's something that they're probably going to learn in time. uh, but yeah, I mean, उसके अलावा राहुल द्रविड़ का, he's trying to be as positive as he want, like में आप देखो सिमिलर क्वेश्चन थे, सिमिलर आंसर्स थे, इट वाज नॉट दैट ही सेड एनीथिंग दैट वी डिडंट नो, वही पास में से निकल जाओ एक बोले, एंड देन सेकंडली उन्होंने बोले कि रिकॉर्ड इंडिया का इतना ग्रेट नहीं है यहाँ पे, जो हमें मालूम है, फास्टर विकेट्स रहेंगे, मार्जिन ऑफ एरर बहुत कम है, यू गॉट टू मेक दैट 40-50 रन्स, यू गॉट टू बेसिकली win sessions here, you've got to be able to bat longer here, make at least additional 30-40 runs than what is required, and then आप उसमें थोड़ा आप you can win session by session, but again it will be a very big test for India. I mean, जो quality of pace bowling है right now South Africa के पास, and again Indian batsmen in particular out of India थोड़ा struggle करे recent times में, but I'm very impressed. I'm going to be very excited to see Jaiswal, because जिस तरीके से उन्हें South Africa में perform करा, even in the one days, in the T20s, he's been phenomenal. I think he's reading the pitches well, and he's used to playing in England. I mean, England में ball थोड़ी बहुत seam होती है, इधर थोड़ी bouncy wicket होंगी, but I think he's very confident as an opener. अब interesting ये रहेगा कि I think Rohit and Yashasvi will start, is what I feel, and maybe Shubman might play one down, or Kohli might play. Kohli plays 2 down in test, right? So I think ये KL राहुल तो 100% खेलेंगे आज, वो भी बात कंफर्म हो गई हमारे को, क्योंकि उन्होंने बोल दिया कि भाई 50 ओवर फॉर्मेट्स में अच्छा विकेट कीपिंग करते आया, इट्स अ गुड चैलेंज फॉर हिम, एंड we're being excited. एंड अगेन 5th नंबर पे बैटर ऐसा चाहिए आपको, जो न्यू बॉल के साथ, अगर न्यू बॉल लेते हैं साउथ अफ्रीका फॉर एग्जांपल, देन दे विल बी एबल टू प्ले विद द न्यू बॉल, एंड ही हैज गॉट sort of an, क्या बोलते हैं, he has opened in the past in test, so he knows how to face the new ball. I think the way it's up, so it's going to be fun to see. So Manoj bhai, abhi bhi wo rahi कि see Lockie Ferguson, Harris Storm, Mark Wood, 150 ball, all ball in Indian condition in ODI, all were ineffective. Umran Malik, a similar case. Lockie Ferguson, I mean, उन्हें तो injury रहा in the past, so I won't really say. And Mark Wood, again, he was bowled decent, a couple of decent spells in the IPL as well, right? So I don't know. I mean, your point is valid, but in comparison to these guys outside, also they've had an impact. So I think he's still young. He still needs to learn a few things, attitude-wise as well. I think maybe his feel his attitude in the क्या बोलते हैं, team has not been the greatest. So it's a lot of things, a mixture of a lot of things. You need to be able to mingle with the team as well. So we exactly don't know. But अभी तक जो उनको opportunities मिले, even in India, he's not been great, and I think it will take time for him to get in. And again, the competition that he has in a Siraj, in a Shami, in a Bumrah, I think it's going to be hard for him to think. And right now, just a Vinay Bhai bol rahe because he knows this cricket. He's saying he's struggling in Jammu and Kashmir as well. They dropped him there this season. So again, आप domestic में नहीं perform करे, so then it'll be harder to get into the international team. Ibrahim Bhai said Pakistan were disappointing in the warm-up match against Victoria as well. Yeah, Noman Ali also ruled out with a finger injury and appendix, and Nawaz has been replaced. And again, that's concerning from a management point of view because आप कितना ही burn out कर दिए players को. Normally, I mean, hardly matches खेलते but even then, if you're getting injured and stuff like that, it's just a cause of concern. So how much burnout are these players taking? And again, आपकी depth of squad or in total आपकी जो squad है, कायदे आजम से आप कितने लोगों को उठा रही है? I think they need to really revamp that process of how they're getting people from the domestic to the international front. And yeah, again, Shan Masood ke liye problem chadi. I think this is the third player that's been injured within this India Pakistan versus Australia ka series, and it is serious, cause for concern because again, आपके जो main bowler हैं क्या बोलते हैं अपने कौन थे यार उस्ताद शाहीन नसीम नसीम एंड हारिस उन्ना भी काफी इंजर्ड रहे. इसको ऑब्लिक प्रॉब्लम था हारिस को इन द एशिया कप, फिर आपके नसीम की शोल्डर इंजरी हुई, फिर भी आप उसको खिलाए, फाड़ दी उसकी शोल्डर, उन्हें वर्ल्ड कप के बाहर हो गया. World Cup, maybe you kept bowling the same bowlers. So I think Pakistan right now are struggling with injuries, and they'll probably continue to if they don't find a solution immediately and effectively. And I think that is where I think they need to start spreading their wings in this domestic circuit that they have. There are a few good players that they can bring up, but देखना पड़ेगा उन लोगों का क्या decision की कोई logic नहीं रहती. जैसे Mustafa also is very upset with Wahab Riyaz and his press conferences, so they need to make more logic about what they say in the press conferences, what the reasoning of selection is, and what their ultimate decision is. So अभी तक तो कुछ दिख रहा नहीं, but let's see अभी आगे क्या होता है. Is KL Rahul the new Rahul Dravid? Dravid also turned. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what we discussed during the World Cup. कि भाई Rahul Dravid is probably making KL Rahul follow his footsteps, maybe, or KL Rahul is following Rahul Dravid's footsteps rather, because they're more both from the same part of India, and they uh, turn into a wicket keeper and stuff. And it just for me it was a very subtle way of keeping him in the squad at a time when he was turning into the bad guy. Jab he was not performing, Bangladesh में भी हार गए थे, फिर he I think he was getting married, so he took a break. Then he got injured in the IPL. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो एक के रूप में उसको बचा के रखे थे. एंड देन एशिया कप के बाद से ही इज बीन गुड, ही इज प्लेड डिसेंटली इन द वर्ल्ड कप. But again, I think when pressure situations come, KL Rahul does struggle. Jo time and again we've been seeing, let it be the IPL, let it be the World Cup, he has struggled time and again to prove his point. And I mean, he's done decently as the captain in South Africa as well. अच्छे खासे innings खेले उन्होंने, but uh, it's still, I think, जो ईशान किशन, I feel bad for him. He's been performing well, though he left on his own terms in this test series कि उन्हें खुद से निकल गया. It's not like कि उसको निकाले कोई, उन्हें खुद से he asked for a leave and he got it. But Ishan Kishan didn't get to play at the T20 lower the one days as well, which was a little bit of a shocker. But again, it's just upsetting to see that KL Rahul has turned, and he's a decent keeper, I would say. I think I respect his DRS decision from the back. बहुत अच्छे decisions लेता उन्हें. The decision where he heard a snick and he appealed for a stumping, I think that was again, like, he has a good vision from the back, and his decision making in terms of the DRS throughout the World Cup अच्छा रहा है. So I think he's been a very good wicket keeper, and I have to say कि उसके DRS reviews, and Rohit Sharma completely trusts him on the DRS, so does the rest of the team. So वो aspect में he is building his case to being a good keeper. अब देखना पड़ेगा, in the test matches he's not been that great. He does probably leak runs in the back, and मूवमेंट में कैसा करेंगे. अभी तक सिर्फ he's done one days. अभी टेस्ट will be again a big challenge for him. बॉल अगर मूव हुई, awkward bounce रहा, how is he going to manage to you know keep? But again, you need to start somewhere, so I think इसलिए उसको अभी शुरुआत कर दे रहे. Give him a tough challenge. If he proves himself, आगे जाके maybe this guy might even turn into a more permanent keeper than what he is right now. Pro Mukesh Kumar bowls 130. Yeah, he was like yeah, this Mukesh Kumar is like, there's no variation in him. He bowls like, he tries to bowl short of a length, or he takes time to find his length. Even in the last, I think last ODI or second ODI में आप देखो, the wicket that he got, he just managed to hit the right length in towards the end of the innings. He does take time to start, but वही है कि भाई, it I do understand आप अभी भी इमरान मलिक के पीछे, when I would support Imran Malik in that case, but it's just कि भाई he will take his time. He will probably come in. He just has to burst in again into the scene with discipline, and I think that's what it is. Ibrahim Bhai says currently in Pakistan, departmental president first class cup is going on. Yeah, so I guess they'll probably try to pick some people from there. But Pakistan on a whole have been very disappointing. बहुत बेकार खेल रहे हैं like कोई मतलब 110 अगर आप ओवर सर्वाइव करके खुश हो रहे हैं एज अ कैप्टन देन दैट शोज कि आपका इंटेंट ऑफ आई नो यू ट्राइंग टू बी पॉजिटिव एंड आप ये बोलना चाह रहे कि भाई हम इतना भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते पर्थ की विकेट जैसा बताया गया था कि भाई बाउंस करे तो ईस्ट से वेस्ट नॉर्थ से साउथ जाती बॉल लेकिन आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि भाई यू कांट बी हैप्पी ऑन 110 ओवर्स फेस करके आप खुश हो जा रहे कि भाई हम तो सर्वाइव कर लिए था फिर आप क्या करें सेकंड इनिंग्स में आपके प्लेयर्स क्या करें भाई बैगन में मिल गए पूरे पूरे राइड हो गए एक के बाद एक तो I don't think that's a good sign from a captain. Ke bhai, you're just trying to be positive. I get it. Shan Masood was a little bit aggressive than what they mentioned. Ke bhai, I'm aggressive brand of cricket khelenge yo, but that didn't look like Imamul Haq's brand of cricket. Imamul Haq slowed things down. He scored a 62 of 100 or 199, I think. Oh, yeah, I think 199 balls या कुछ उन्हें मारा and it was very slow. It was very annoying to watch, but देखना तो पड़ता है अगेन आप ऑन द अदर ऑस्ट्रेलिया को ओके के होम कंडीशन ले बट दे डिड शो एग्रेशन कि आप खेल सकते हैं एग्रेसिव टेम्परामेंट के साथ डेविड वार्नर उस्मान ख्वाजा ना पूरे they played fantastic thing and then again आप second inning में देखो ना बाबर नसाउद शकील ईशान मसूद कोई नहीं टर्न अप करा they just cleared them out within like a couple of hours and they were back. So yeah, I mean Pakistan really has to improve their game. They have to see ke bhai, what they can do and how they can get to the opposition. But with the pace attack that they're bowling right now, 135 average है और खुरम शहजाद भी इंजर्ड हो गया बेचारा जो विकेट हाँ लिया. I don't know उन्हें उन्हें कैसा खुरम शहजाद के साथ it was another debutant was over there in Amir Jama जो 6 विकेट लिया but again I mean there was I think one ball to Alex Carey or something जो अच्छा था but again बाकी के ठीक ठाक थे dismissals. But pace बिल्कुल नहीं है threaten बिल्कुल नहीं है so they'll be more eased Australia to bat against these pace attack or so called pace attack. But yeah. Vernon Philander अरे क्या पुराने दिन याद दिला दे बड़ी very sexual. So yeah, Vernon Philander was very good bowler. He used to get swing like you said, but Mukesh Kumar doesn't have swing, but he's accurate. You're right. In the DC, he's played decently in the IPL. That's why he's got called up as well. Like Delhi Capitals के लिए अच्छा ही डाला था. In a couple of games, I remember the one I saw against Sunrisers, he bowled good. He was effective. Wicket to wicket रखता उन्हें within the line. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, Arshdeep has come back very well. मैं ये बोल सकता हूँ कि Arshdeep जिस तरीके से come back करा है, I'm pretty happy to see him here. 1 year के बाद उन्हें ODIs खेला. I know first match में काफी मारे and again I was very quick to probably judge him, but the way he's come back, maintained his line and length, pace भी है बंदे के पास, smart भी है as a bowler. He knows how to maintain his line and length. तो I think he's been decent. अभी वही है कि उसको consistent run देना, फिर उसको आप बिठा के again आपके normal trio को खिलाओगे तो फिर again he'll be not in the rhythm of ODI and stuff like that. So I think he'll do well in the future. I think Arshdeep, and he's the only left armer left right now, and so that's something that you'll have to take into consideration. But he's a left armer bowler, so उसको तो रखना जरूरी रहेगा. Mukesh has been performing in domestic season as well. Arshdeep, on the other hand, has not played many Ranjis yet, is probably the reason for him not getting picked. Mukesh 30, what will we do instead of should we groom young players? विनय भाई सवाल का जवाब दो जी बच्चे के. Manoj bhai ke if India's next top fast bowler is Mukesh Kumar Sadhvi, then our pace battery is. I mean, I don't think he's the next top fast bowler. I mean, he's just considered right now for क्योंकि काफी लोग ब्रेक लिए वर्ल्ड कप के बाद तो ये बच्चों को चांस दे दिया मनोज भाई. आई थिंक दैट्स द मेन थिंग राइट नाउ. वर्ल्ड कप के बाद आई डोंट थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल वांटेड टू प्ले सिराज. सिराज डिड वाज इन द स्क्वाड एज वेल बट आप देखो ज्यादा वो नहीं करा उन्हें. बुमराह टुक ऑफ पूरे सीनियर्स ऑफ ले लिए. So I think ये बच्चों को अच्छा चांस दे दिए in a Mukesh Kumar, in a Arshdeep, in a thing. The people basically played the Asian games and won the Asian games. They got an opportunity. Ruturaj, Sanju Samson को खिला रहे तो आप समझ जाओ कि what the agenda of this whole tour was. I mean, yes, you did get to see कि भाई इन लोगों को अच्छा outing मिल गई. They managed to express themselves and come. But yeah, I think उस हिसाब से they just got their opportunity and they took most of it. तो वो हिसाब से आई डोंट थिंक यू कैन रीड अ लॉट बिकॉज अभी जो फोकस है राइट नाउ इट्स T20 वर्ल्ड कप. तो ये जो मैचेस खेल रहे भी इन पर्टिकुलर इन साउथ अफ्रीका राइट नाउ द सीरीज वोंट काउंट बिकॉज ऑफ द अपसेटिंग दैट हैपेंड इन द वर्ल्ड कप. आई थिंक इट वाज जस्ट कि भाई अभी एट दिस पॉइंट सिंस द वर्ल्ड कप फिनिश टू नाउ, अभी आप देख लो टीम में कितना रवि बिश्नोई जो टॉप के बॉलर थे उनको तो खिलाए भी नहीं. तो दैट्स ऑल आई एम सेइंग कि भाई दिस इज जस्ट टू गिव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू एवरीबॉडी टू सॉर्ट ऑफ काम एवरीबॉडी डाउन कि भाई उनको चांस नहीं दिए, इनको चांस नहीं दिए, उनको चांस नहीं दिए. तो कल को मीडिया में आके बोल सकते कि भाई अरे देखो उनको चांस दिए थे. आई मीन अर्शदीप वुड बी वन ऑफ द bowlers who will probably be a pick in the T20 World Cup. Can't guarantee that, but he's come back pretty well. So I think that's the only reason to give everybody an outing, to give an exposure to these youngsters, and obviously based on the fact that by जो seniors थे, they took a step back. And then you see Shami bhai bhi injured हो गया अब test matches के लिए, so you will probably see a different bowler coming in. So वही है कि भाई it was just India, the coaches got the ability to get these youngsters outside, जाके बाहर की हवा खा के देखो कैसा दिखता है, and that's it. I think that's it. Right now they're not reading too much into it. And fair enough, I think वही है कि भाई you can't consider कि भाई यही होने वाला है. I don't understand why we are leading when asked about Mohammad Abbas doesn't have enough pace. But Fahim Ashraf, Mir Hamza, and Hassan Ali all bowl the same pace. Yeah, exactly. That is what has been the biggest problem with the क्या बोलते हैं अपने वहाब रियाज इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस. देयर इज नो लॉजिक. लॉजिक किस नहीं है भाई. बंदा क्या क्या फूक के आते हैं बोलते ना. वही सवाल है कि भाई क्या फूक के आते हो ना कि भाई समझ के बाहर है कि भाई आप ऑलरेडी आपकी शाइन इज बॉलिंग 139. I think Fahim Ashraf though is not that great as a bowler. Like I don't know how he got into the World Cup squad as well, because of his ability to be an all-rounder. But all-rounder नहीं है उन्हें कोई एंगल से. He just comes लाके पटकता है. कभी कभी मूवमेंट मिल जाता है उसको based on the way the pitch acts, or does it just लाके डालना. तो मेरे हिसाब से like Fahim Ashraf and all of these guys, Hassan Ali for a matter, like he's short on his length. Sometimes Hassan Ali can get a good spell, but he's not very consistent उनके line and length. उन्होंने एक साल के बाद तो खेले थे वर्ल्ड कप में आने से पहले. तो that alone shows you okay what problem these guys have. They have lack of bowlers right now. They don't have established bowlers right now. chop and change के वजह से I think पाकिस्तान के पास वो क्या बोलते हैं इंडिया में कौन है. यू हैव एन एस्टैब्लिश्ड टीम, यू हैव एन एस्टैब्लिश्ड बॉलर्स. अरे भाई 2-4 महीने साथ खेले, 6 महीने साथ खेले, स्टफ लाइक दैट. बट इन पाकिस्तान में किसी को कहाँ से भी उठा के ला लेते, कहाँ से भी कौन ये can play at any point of time. So I think they need to get that consistency. Okay, by series to series, don't keep changing. Don't keep. I mean, you change, but depending upon the performances and stuff, and kisko dene ka, and I think that's what I'm gonna see closely. By they've not learned from the past. They've not learned this whole year. Even the World Cup, they drained everybody out. इसलिए आपको इतनी इंजरीज हो रही. सो दे यू कैन गिव पीपल अ रेस्ट. इट्स फाइन, इट्स ओके. हर सीरीज बांग्लादेश में आप जीत रहे, आपको रैंक नंबर 1, इट डजंट हेल्प यू. कुछ हेल्प हो रहा ही नहीं आपको. तो एक कोर स्क्वाड बनाओ, कोर स्क्वाड के अतराफ में थोड़े चेंजेस करो, इट्स फाइन. बट ये नहीं कि भाई आप पूरी कोर स्क्वाड को थ्रू आउट द ईयर आप खिला रहे, फिर वो लोग बीबीएल भी खेल रहे, पीएसएल भी खेल रहे, श्रीलंका में भी खेल रहे, ऐसे T20 के. इट डजंट मेक सेंस एट ऑल. तो आप कितना ही क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. बट या भाई याद करो अर्शदीप को रिजेक्ट किया और उनटकट को वेस्ट इंडीज में खिलाया गया था ओडीआई में. दैट वाज वेरी आई मीन वेस्ट इंडीज में देखो आप. आई थिंक वही है कि आफ्टर द वेस्ट इंडीज टूर एज वेल, अब ईशान किशन को इसलिए मैं इतना बैक कर रहा हूँ कि ईशान किशन के लिए बुरा क्यों लग रहा है, क्योंकि वेस्ट इंडीज के टूर से वो बंदा परफॉर्म कर रहा है एंड उसको एक भी मौका नहीं मिला. बट अगेन वो टीम प्लेयर है, बंदा अच्छा है. ही इज अ नाइस गाय. ही इज ऑलवेज मेंटेन्स द क्या बोलते हैं ड्रेसिंग रूम में अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर मेंटेन करता है. सेम थिंग है, अर्शदीप को रिजेक्ट करा था. उनटकट मुकेश को वहीं तो स्टार्ट मिला था. मुकेश डिसेंटली डाले थे वो फर्स्ट ओडीआई में, उसके बाद से तो कुछ करे नहीं उन्होंने. बट दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. आई डोंट नो, थोड़े थोड़े स्ट्रेंज डिसीजंस लेते हैं. बट इन उनटकट भी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, ही लेफ्ट इट एंड वेंट टू प्ले फॉर सौराष्ट्र, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, वेस्ट इंडीज का टूर. तो या इट वाज जस्ट weird to see certain decisions. But again, abhi Arshdeep अच्छा डाला. Maybe he gets a लंबी रस्सी. I'm hopefully he bounces back. But again, his consistency is a bit of an issue. Consistent रहा बंदा, विकेट टू विकेट डाला तो मजा आता देखने में. एंड अर्शदीप का भी पिटा तो बहुत बुरा भी पिटता, वो प्रॉब्लम है उसका. बट इन द लास्ट 2 गेम फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट गेम जो ओडिया में पिटा था, उसके बाद से तो 2 में बैक टू बैक ही बोल्ड फिनोमिनली. एंड जब डाला अच्छा तो डाला. बट अगेन इट्स जस्ट द कंसिस्टेंसी फैक्टर इज थिंग. अर्शदीप को लिए और वो रन खा लिया तो आपको सो के उसकी सिलेक्शन ग्रूमिंग हैपन इन स्टेजेस. अभी अर्शदीप को काउंटी खिलवाया एंड अदर प्लेयर्स एज वेल get that chance. We have to pick. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. You just need to be able to show consistent numbers, and then eventually आपका नाम आता ही आता है. It's not like आप नहीं आता. देखो सिराज भी hasn't played a lot of domestic cricket, but he's been consistent in and around after 2020 at least. He's been one of the most consistent bowlers. So that's what it is. So, well, by there's we if we know there is no impact rule in T20 World Cup, then who will be bowling all rounder at number? We can't afford number 11s in the World Cup. Yeah, we don't have a. That's the problem in India right now. Apart from Hardik Pandya, who was our all-rounder? Maybe Jadeja, a spinning all-rounder. And then that is where I'm scared that maybe Ashwin will get a chance. Which Ashwin agar aa gaya as a bowling all rounder, then that'll be the funniest thing. And that's what it is. I mean, we don't have all rounders, and this is what we've been always saying. कि भाई अपने कने कोई Hardik Pandya, uh, Rinku can't bowl. I think Rinku is going to be there for sure. I'm pretty sure Rinku. But again, at number eight, uh, we don't have a lot of batsmen as well. So you've got to expect probably we'll have a little tail, but unless they get someone from the IPL. इसलिए IPL को भी अभी तक sideline नहीं करा कि भाई if we manage to get an all rounder or find an all rounder from the IPL, then you will probably get him in the squad as well. So that's the thing with India कि भाई कुछ भी हो सकता है. अब हार्दिक पांड्या का ही देख लो आप लोग. हार्दिक पांड्या का ही श्योर नहीं है कि भाई उन्हें IPL खेलेंगे या नहीं खेलेंगा. एंड देन अगर IPL नहीं खेल के वर्ल्ड कप खेला, आई मीन मेजोरिटी लोग ये बोले कि नहीं भाई आ जाता IPL में, मैजिकल दवा खा के उन्हें कुछ भी करके IPL तो खेलता ही खेलता. बट आई डोंट नो, अभी तो जितना बोल रहे थे कि भाई इंडिया के अफगानिस्तान की सीरीज में हार्दिक पांड्या विल प्ले, डजंट लुक लाइक दैट बिकॉज ऑफ द इंजरी दैट ही सस्टेन्ड. बट इतना बड़ा स्टेटमेंट आता नहीं है, एंड देन इतना बड़े न्यूज नहीं आती कि भाई 16 करोड़ दे के इंजरी खरीद ली मुंबई इंडियंस ने. तो अभी देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई क्या होता. बट राइट नाउ विद द वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड, इफ यू गो फॉर इट, आई थिंक this is what will push Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli to come back into the squad, and probably you will probably have your senior players in there. So again, at 8 number, you've got your, I think Kuldeep Bhai will play as a leg spinner. Then you'll have your bowler. So you will have a bowling all rounders here. But again, international levels are different. We've seen people struggle from the IPL who've come. Deepak Char is injury prone. Just आप बोल रहे, Shardul Thakur, we've seen his performances are not the greatest. Uh, I mean, batting कितनी consistently करेंगे उन्हें. Harshit Rana is a good shout, but again, in an IPL season, I want to see him a bit more. So that's what I think. Thing is. And Shivam Mavi, again, he's not a very fast bowler, and I don't count him like इतना batting नहीं है उसके पास. Out of these, if you ask me, then only Shardul, because Shardul's been in and around the team for quite some time. Uh, but I don't know. I can't really say it. I mean, that's where Hardik Pandya become more key for us, right? We need Hardik Pandya for that. Speaking of Hardik Pandya, number one fan is here, right?
So where's your sweater? Where's
No,
the festive your festive period? You always wear on 24th, 25th.
मैं 1 मिनट में आ रहा हूँ. 1 मिनट.
अरे स्वेटर पहन, स्वेटर लेके आ रहे, स्वेटर लेके आ रहे. What is the thing? Bowling all rounders: Harshit Rana, Shivam Mavi, Deepak Char, Shardul Thakur. What will you prefer? I prefer Deepak Chahar if he's fully fit. For his IPL experience, we picked Varun Chakravarti, which was a big gamble. Hopefully, that is not repeated. Yeah, that didn't go out, didn't turn out well. Varun Chakravarti, I think at that time he was in very good form, and वो hit and miss रहता है. I mean, a lot of players have been picked from IPL. From Jasprit Bumrah, he's been a big hit. Surya Kumar Yadav has been a big hit. But yeah, sometimes you got to look at other players' performances also, not just inside the IPL but outside the IPL too. And I think Varun Chakravarti at that time was not ready. उसको सीधा they put him in the deep end, and whenever he was selected for India, he didn't play. क्या बोलते सो 11 में he was always injured. कुछ ना कुछ होता था. But you forgot Shivam Mavi innings versus Sri Lanka when he and Aksar rescued India in T20s. Yeah, I mean, Shivam Mavi had an innings like that. Deepak Chahar also had an innings like that, I think, against Sri Lanka, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, sometimes we forget things. There's a lot of cricket. But yeah, just... did you watch the press conference today?
या मैं कॉन्फिडेंट तो दिख रहा है कोच साहब. 92 के बाद से 30 years हो गए, ये वो हो गए. बट वीव हैड, आई मीन, अगेन इट्स जस्ट द रिकॉर्ड इटसेल्फ इज अ लिटिल बिट डेंजरस. 23 टेस्ट, only 4 tests you managed to win in the 30 years. So I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. आज थोड़ा बहुत struggle भी दिखा. Whatever net practice video I've seen, शुभमन गिल इन्ना पूरे जो नेट्स कर रहे थे, थोड़ा बहुत bouncing, and they were struggling to get it on, bat on ball and stuff like that. So it's going to be a big challenge. But Jaiswal for me, man, that guy is the most confident. Like Jaiswal की batting बहुत enjoy कर रहा हूँ मैं.
Jaiswal की लगने वाले है. The ball is going to seam, swing, everything, man. That pitch is going to be cracked. I know Vinay is saying time for me to go. No, man, please join us. We'll send you the link. You can come live with us. ऐसा क्या बात है? Please stay, Vinay. We're very grateful for your thing. I don't have appointment. No,
I'm giving appointment. I'm the co-host. I'm giving appointment.
विनय को खबर आ गया उसको. I don't know how. मैं कभी बोला नहीं, उसको खबर रहती मैं कहाँ हूँ, किधर रह रहा हूँ, क्या खा रहा हूँ, क्या पी रहा हूँ. He knows everything.
I think you put a tracker up your butt.
I don't know, man. People find out where I am, but yeah, I think
you're a celebrity, man. अब नहीं समझ रहे आप.
if I'm celebrating, you're more than that. Kohli is back. Is SA in SA? He joined Indian team training session today.
Yeah,
Yeah, him and Rohit Sharma
yeah.
दोनों batting कर रहे थे. He met Rohit Sharma also.
उसका
I think he came
एमआरएफ
back.
का स्टिकर नहीं है यार बैट पे, क्या है कि डील खत्म हो गई शायद। नहीं,
मे बी दूसरा
विदाउट,
बैट उन्हें उन्हें इमरजेंसी क्या था नहीं मालूम, राइट हमारे को।
नहीं नहीं कुछ नहीं मालूम। आई थिंक वो जस्ट लाइक अ फैमिली इमरजेंसी और समथिंग। अब वो बाद में आई डोंट थिंक इज गोना रिवील इट एज वेल, सो माइट एज जस्ट कीप इट एट इमरजेंसी एंड बट इट्स गुड टू हैव हिम बैक। ऑब्वियसली यू नो सीनियर प्लेयर है, थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा दिखने वाला है। क्या खींच रहे भाई दही? फेस्टिव पीरियड में लोग स्टफिंग वो खा रहे हैं भाई, स्टफिंग हिमसेल्फ। But yeah, it's always good to see Virat in and around the nets, and after the World Cup it's going to
They
be
know what
Rohirat's
time I
vision.
have breakfast every day, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Now it's like 6:30. So he knows. He got shocked the first time he found out, like it was like 6, 7 o'clock in Canada. He asked me, what am I doing? I said breakfast. Then he video called me and I was eating cereal. But sorry, आप बोल रहे थे विराट
So
कोहली के
senior
बारे
players, after the senior players in particular, दोनों रोहित विराट जो भी हैं, and they're going to be back into the squad. आप मेरे को ये बताओ, हार्दिक पांड्या 16 करोड़ रुपए लेके इंजरी कर लिया, आप उसके बारे में बात करो भाई,
Why
क्या
the hell
लग
are we
रहा
talking about Hardik Pandya to why would उन्हें अच्छा तो न्यूज अलग अलग आ रहा है। एक न्यूज आ रहा था he is going to play the Afghanistan series today as Mufaddal Vora put that.
Yeah, yesterday से है
But
okay.
listen, these guys are tap-in merchants, by the way, so they get the information from authentic sources. It's not like
Yeah.
them posting it. So tap-in merchant in the sense that they get their information from somewhere and they
Like Vinay.
huh?
Like Vinay starts the Twitter page. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he'll
it's
be
not like
fantastic at
Fabrizio
that.
Romano, like what we do also like this. So like I don't have any problem with that. But basically, I think it's authentic that he's gonna play Afghanistan series. But इसका कुछ भी हिसाब किताब नहीं है. If he plays for the whole IPL, he's not going to be fit for the T20 World Cup. I think you need to keep another captain ready. आप बोल रहे थे कौन बोल रहे थे मेरे को हार्दिक will 100% lead, but because of his injury, even if he is T20 captain right now, कोई guarantee नहीं है उन्हें खेलेगा नहीं खेलेगा.
नहीं गारंटी तो बिल्कुल नहीं है भाई, बिकॉज अभी जो तरीके का इंजरी है, इट्स बिन देयर सिंस व्हाट भाई अक्टूबर से है उसका, बांग्लादेश के मैच से, राइट? तो अभी तो ही नीड्स टू कम बैक एंड गेट हिमसेल्फ बैक इनटू रिदम, 4 ओवर डालने के काबिल रहना उन्हें।
If Hardik was playing the World Cup final, you think we would have won?
Nah. No way, because the people who struggled and the way we got out, I mean, Hardik Pandya is prone to this kind of
You're
dismissal.
not in this. Last year when you joined over here, you were in the same opinion of Don, Ashish, everyone saying that Hardik
No,
Pandya.
I mean, I know his importance in the team, but based on
The
the fact the
importance
way
is different, but now you agree that he is shaky, right?
yeah, based on the fact the way the people were getting dismissed on that match, that alone will tell you that, you know, Hardik Pandya has a history of getting out like that, exactly in those fashions in such important matches. So wo hisab se bol raha hu, with the ball also it wouldn't have made a big difference, because anyway it was slowing down, the pitch was like bekar pitch thing, it turned into a road, so that won't make a very big impact. But if he had one of those India Pakistan matches where he got us out of these situations, then you'd probably be talking differently. But at the end of the day, he needs to first be in a tournament without sustaining any injuries, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you ask Vinay?
Manoj bhai is saying, bro, your thoughts on Indian women cricket and India yeah, just they've been fantastic. I mean,
Oh,
England
crazy
against
था वो,
they've been playing.
unexpected.
या
I
दीप्ति
didn't.
शर्मा लास्ट टेस्ट सीरीज से इंग्लैंड के साथ से अभी तक जिस तरीके से बैटिंग कर रही है, आई थिंक शी बीन फैंटास्टिक टू
I
वॉच।
didn't
एंड
expect that.
400 रन मार दिया यार पहले, लाइक दे हैव बीन स्मैशिंग
और
इट कंप्लीटली।
हरमनप्रीत with the ball, ये भी expect नहीं करा था मैं.
या
I mean,
हरमनप्रीत
I've seen her bowl very rarely. I don't think I've seen her. Maybe, like when Mithali Raj was captain, I might have seen her, but it is crazy, man. I think the way they played against Australia, ठीक है, McLaren नहीं थी, and it showed कि भाई उसकी क्या importance है Australian cricket में. But फिर भी with Alyssa Healy and all these all-rounders that they have, right? Insane players, I think, Australia. So for India to win that convincingly, I think hats off, crazy. ठीक है, अपने conditions थे फिर भी, but this Australian team doesn't look at conditions.
Yeah, and I think this तरीके से they pulled it back also, Australia, like in the middle, like Alyssa Perry, you know, Talia McGrath, इनला अच्छा जा रहे थे, but then I think वो स्नेहा राणा जो स्पेल डाली 4 विकेट का, उन्हें, you know, किराक
well, in Test cricket, most of the time, apart from the odd, of course, the odd instance, most of the time, the first 2 innings are very important. अगर आप वहाँ पे lead ले लिए, ठीक है, अगर close game है, फिर then third and fourth become very important. But in your first 2 innings, that lead, if it's like like India had a good 150, 180 lead, 200 lead, whatever it was,
Hmm.
वो प्रेशर डाल देता ऑपोजिशन पे. इफ यू गेट 100+ लीड, मोर ऑफन देन नॉट यू गोइंग टू विन द गेम. आई वुड से मे
Yeah,
बी 80% ऑफ द टाइम.
yeah,
Then again,
100%.
he's retired, but I'm just saying they missed her today. Like
Yeah,
the
I mean the way importance of her captaincy, right? I mean, कौन थी Beth Mooney was the captain, right? Or no,
no,
sorry, it
Alice,
was Alisa Haley. Alisa Haley was the captain. It obviously कैप्टन जाने के बाद एक एरा चेंज हो जाता है, थोड़ा बहुत माइंडसेट चेंज होते हैं, तो वो अडेप्ट करने को भी टाइम है. बट अगेन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इंग्लैंड दो बड़े ऑपोजिशंस को मारे इंडिया. एंड आई थिंक द जर्सी इज आल्सो
ये
फैंटास्टिक.
विनय के लिए है. Only he'll understand this because
या
his in-laws are live in the Middle East, so he knows what this is. But हाँ बोलो.
पूरे पेट ठंडा करने का है.
मैं
बट या आई थिंक या मैगलैनिंग तो रिटायर हो गई,
पंडर क्या
बट
पंडर
इंडिया
को बुलाओ, बोलो पंडर को बुलाओ.
उन्हें बुलाएंगा, विनेश बुलाएंगा, बाजू बैठा हुआ.
पंडर का
ब्रो विनय बोल रहा, ब्रो आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, पांड्या उसकी इंजरी पे थे, दे सेड ही वुड प्ले द नेक्स्ट गेम इटसेल्फ एंड नाउ ही इज इंजर्ड फॉर 2. अगेन इट वाज लाइक अ लिगामेंट थिंग, इनिशियल स्कैन जब करे नहीं समझ में आए, बट उसके
stupidity.
बाद
I
उसका
don't get
जो
it too.
एंकल का लिगामेंट फट गया था, तो एंकल का लिगामेंट जब पड़ता पानी पड़ जाता है एंड स्टफ
कुछ
लाइक
भी
दैट,
फटने दो यार. लाइक इतना टाइम उन्हें हर वक्त कैसा ले सकता है? आप इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेटर, आपकी फिटनेस कहाँ है? You know, Ben Stokes, वो with a broken knee, he played the World Cup. Like आपका क्या excuse है? Play as a batsman, play whatever you want, but how can you always get injured, man? I don't understand that. एक बार दो बार ठीक है, like injuries होते सबको, मेरे को भी होते, आपको भी होते, but as an international cricketer, where's your fitness?
yeah, I mean अब जो ये वाला था, it was like I don't know exactly उन्हें किसा रन अप में इंजर हुआ उन्हें ना, ये वाले उसमें तो I think it was
आपको
a run up
उसकी पहली इंजरी में मौजूद था ग्राउंड पे. कौन सा था मालूम?
back
2018 इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान, जो उसका
lower back.
दैट वाज अ वेरी शॉक इंजरी, वेरी फ्रीक इंसिडेंट. बट सिंस देन ही इज नॉट रिकवर्ड, मैन. ही कीप्स गेटिंग इंजर्ड लाइक दैट वन. ओके फाइन, उसके बाद दो तीन, मगर अब कितने इंजरीज हो रहे हैं. एंड देन यू
नजर
सी
लग
हिम
रही है उसको.
आईपीएल, तो ही प्लेज, ही विल रेस्ट वन और टू गेम्स, बट ही विल प्ले. दैट मींस क्लियरली इन द आईपीएल आल्सो ही इज नॉट फिट, बट ही इज प्लेइंग बिकॉज़ ही हैज टू. And that's वो भी उन्हें लाइक ले था अगर if it wasn't the contract involved and all that. But imagine, bro, this guy, if he doesn't play the IPL, how much of a loss will that be for Mumbai Indians? And who will be captain? Rohit Sharma is not taking that back. I can
No,
guarantee
I
it.
mean, yeah, he shouldn't, but I think like वही है कि भाई he will play the IPL. I think Hardik Pandya should be able to play the IPL at least, maybe not this T20, but for the IPL because obviously longer front में World Cup भी है, रिकवरी करेंगे, उन्हें कुछ इंटेंसिटी बढ़ाएंगा. he's like the cricket Paul Pogba right now. इन्हें Paul Pogba के जैसे चाहता 2 दिन में इंजर हो जाता, फिर भाग जाता, पैसे भयंकर कमा रहा खाली. I mean, उसके मेहनत होंगी, whatever होंगी, but the fact is that it's just like annoying to see कि भाई आपके पास इतना टैलेंट है, and आप you know, as the only all-rounder right now in India, you should capitalize more.
Yeah. First, I'm very stressed out, man. I need the points. In draft, I'm playing somebody.
And Kuku goal mara na? Yeah,
Like
Kuku.
one more. So the thing is, he was leading me the whole time, and then Sterling got the assist, but then he got a yellow card. So either I lose by 1 point, or I win by 1 point, or it's a draw.
Or a
I'm not
draw.
sure. I'm very stressed right now. I need to
Yeah.
win. Bro, we
Man,
know that in IPL there are 14 matches. I don't think the Indian team will get full fit Pandya and the replacement all strategy if he is not available for World Cup. So who's your
so for
captain if he's not available for World Cup? Who's your captain for Team India?
Surya Kumar or Rohit Sharma. If Rohit Sharma is taking it, then Rohit Sharma. If not, then
Yeah,
Surya Kumar
baby.
Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav.
Rohit Sharma is back.
But now the interesting one, why is the heartbreaks from Siraj and Surya Kumar? What is that indicating to you? Did you see on social media
What
Siraj?
heartbreak, bro?
First, Surya posted a photo of a heartbreak.
Yeah.
कि भाई दिल टूट गया. I think that was for Rohit Sharma. But then a few days later आप देखो मोहम्मद सिराज के भी अकाउंट पे भी वही heartbreak उन्हें रोने के इमोजीज डाला. तो is this because कहीं ना कहीं रोहित शर्मा T20 कैप्टेंसी छोड़ दिया या क्या है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. वो पूरे उनको हार्ट ब्रेक हो रहा, वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Yeah, I think वो मालूम भी नहीं कर सकता. I don't know, like it's weird. Like you can look into it in different ways.
It's cryptic messages that Indian
Yeah,
players
but
are sending out.
it might be. I don't know about Siraj. Maybe with Siraj also, but with Surya Kumar and Bumrah, maybe it is linked.
That makes more sense. But like for Siraj to come out of the box and say that, so whenever I think Harmanpreet was opening bowling in the WW,
is it Surya ka story because of his injury? That's why Siraj was put that. Maybe I don't know.
oh, because of injury. सूर्या का खैर इंजरी आई डोंट नो क्या एक्सटेंट है, बट नहीं कैसा मारते विनय भाई तुम्हारे को इग्नोर. अरे टू मच कर दे रहे तुम. अलमराय बेबी देख लेना, तुम्हारे को मालूम, हम ना समझ गए, तुम्हारे को मालूम बोल के डाले उन्हें, इसलिए खा रहा उन्हें मुस्तफा. बट Kyle also injured, not sure if he'll be fit for the full. Oh man, ये क्या है यार, पूरों को नजर लग रही है, इंजरियां होते जा रहे समझ के बारे. बट Mustafa, what like coming back to the Boxing Day? How excited are you for the Boxing Day? And India, ke, you have expectations out of the two tests. India might manage to win one.
Hmm. I think India
Best
have to
chance for
win.
them.
Huh?
Best chance
Last
for India.
last time was the best chance. This time is also the best chance you can say. I think last time was the best chance because जब आपके पास बुमराह, शमी, सिराज तीनों थे शायद.
Hmm.
Especially Bumrah and Shami at their peak, but yeah, still it's a very good chance to win against South Africa. देखो उनके पास है रबाडा है Janssen है, but it's not that South Africa where आपके पास Morten Molker, Dale Steyn, Vernon Philander, you know, दो
Hmm.
वहां पे भी आप एक मैच जीत चुके हैं in those kind of conditions. Even when Dale Steyn was at his peak,
Hmm.
I think in 13, even in 6, 7, India was competing in South Africa, but they never won a series there. Even I don't think have they, yeah, they drew one series. वो जो याद है 2013 में I was in college at that time. I remember I was in between here and Canada, and India should have won a game. AB de Villiers and Faf sat man the whole day.
Smack.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they drew it. They hit like 400 runs. So that was also a time where India should have won that series. I think last time around they should have won, but this time around again the thing is in South Africa. I'll tell you why it's not easy. England में आपको swing मिलता है, condition dependent है, but कभी कभी जब मौसम ठीक है pitch flat रहता, वो bounce extra
Hmm.
ये वो नहीं मिलता. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में bounce extra मिलता, मगर swing उतना नहीं मिलता
नहीं
depending on
मिलता.
the conditions again.
Yeah.
South Africa में क्या दोनों मिलता आपको swing
हाँ,
और seam. It gives you
वही
possibility
unpredictable है. Yeah.
and gives you on like a next level, like on top, like it's on full gas, both like seam and swing movement. So it's very
Hmm.
challenging for the batters. आपके bowlers तो रहते गेम में इन्वॉल्व रहते विकेट लेंगे, लेकिन जब आपकी बैटिंग की बारी आती जहां वहां पे आप टेस्ट करेंगे, यू हैव बॉडी ब्लोज, यू हैव यू नो गेटिंग स्ट्रक ऑन द हेलमेट, एंड दैट कॉजेस डाउट्स इन द बैट्समैन माइंड, राइट? जो भी आप अगर आप जितने भी अच्छे बैटर हो, अगर आपको
Hmm.
लगी इधर उधर, देन यू आल्सो गेट कंसर्न, वेयर विल आई प्ले द नेक्स्ट शॉट, वेयर आई थिंक सर्वाइवल बिकम्स अ ह्यूज थिंग. सो आई थिंक इट
Yeah.
विल अगेन बी अ टेस्ट, बट दे हैव टू विन मैन. This the WTC championship final, the World Cup final, you can't keep getting letting go of these challenges. आप फिर अफगानिस्तान आएंगे, आप उन लोगों को मार देंगे, फिर आईपीएल अच्छा खेलेंगे, फिर वर्ल्ड कप में सेमीफाइनल लाएंगे, फिर से हारेंगे, तो ऐसा कितना चलेगा? लाइक the expectations have to be there, and for us, bro, Fez, this is probably the worst time. I think as kids we had a very good childhood, we were very lucky. This time is
Yeah.
the worst. The teams that we support, it's the worst, man. I also
Yeah.
support Toronto Raptors. Let's see, they've also become bad now, so like there's not.
I was thinking about that. Yes, yesterday I was like एक reel बनाना जहाँ पे am I the problem बोल के लग रहा है, you know, when you're a supporter and everyone that you're supporting they're losing. You support Sunrisers, they're losing. You support United, they're losing. You support
Mm.
India, they're losing. I think I am the reason बोल के छोड़ देना पूरे कुछ sports हो रहा है, ऐसा
Last year
reel डालता हूँ.
we were at the game, Sunrisers came
Yeah,
last, and we were going to
yeah,
games वो
yeah.
टाइम पे. फिर आपका इंडिया कुछ भी जीत आते जीतते ये वो ट्रॉफी तो नहीं जीतती, फिर आपके मैन यूनाइटेड the crap,
वो तो
bro.
छोड़ ही दो, कल का तो छोड़ ही दो. Vinay is asking for your 11. What's your 11 for the test?
What is my 11? It'll be Rohit Sharma, Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, 1 down, 2
Hmm.
down, Virat Kohli, 3 down. Man,
KL, KL.
I don't know what to say, but it
He's playing, bro.
might be
100% he's playing.
not KL, man. I don't mind if KL plays. The problem is with Shreyas Iyer. He's gonna get
Oh,
smashed, man. उसको बहुत बुरा
one वाला है.
shot हुआ, then they're gonna pepper the crap out of him. But
Hmm.
Shreyas Iyer, आप उसको 5 पे ले लो, राहुल कुछ है, या राहुल को 5, श्रेयस कुछ है. फिर आपके bowlers आते हैं. I know you're going Ashwin. I'll just go Jadeja
I'm going
7.
Ashwin. Yeah.
Then the bowlers, some people are saying Mukesh Kumar, but
No
I would
way. He'll get smashed, bro. He's gonna get
huh?
smashed if he plays. Mukesh will get.
So let's go Shardul at 8. At
Yeah.
9 we'll go
Prasid?
Bumrah. At 10 we'll go Siraj. 11 Prasidh Krishna. Yeah, Prasidh Krishna. I know people Mukesh might play, I think, but I'm just
I
going
think
like
Prasid will play because of his height. That's all I feel. Prasid has a good
I
height
would
on
like
him.
to see,
So
but he's also not really convinced us,
consistent.
right?
Yeah,
He's not
yeah,
convinced
not
us
at all.
at
But
all.
again, like Mukesh has been playing consistently. I mean, did Prasid go to West Indies? I don't think so. He went. He was injured, I think, or maybe he must have just come 1 or 2 games. But
How do West Indies draw the Test series 1-1 versus South Africa if that was hard to play? This is a very good question. And Sri Lanka won a
yeah,
series also in South Africa. It's a very good question. I think for India in specific, it's very hard, in my opinion. But West Indies also They have some gritty players over there, man. You see Brathwaite, this, that, both Chikate, and they just hit the right areas with the ball. I feel they had a very good bowling attack in the last few years. I think our bowling was not up to the mark last
Yeah,
time round.
yeah, yeah.
And India should have won. ऐसा नहीं है कि I'm not saying it's impossible to win in South Africa. Don't get me wrong. India should have won last year. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप गलतियों से हारे. आप अपने गलतियों से. West Indies वो गलतियां नहीं करे. There are opportunities to win in South Africa. Don't get me wrong. And
बिल्कुल, yeah.
if you see Australia, England, they do very well in South Africa because South Africa have these conditions were very difficult, but it's also difficult for their own players. Unke batsmen
Correct.
के लिए भी. So I'm not saying it's like it should be so hard like going there and it's a fortress, but for them against India, it is a fortress. And that is because of India's mistakes, not only of the conditions or South Africa's attack.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's
Oh
mostly
yeah,
that.
West Indies didn't win, he's saying.
Yeah, self-destruct हो जाते.
West Indies didn't win.
They didn't win, West Indies.
Yeah, they didn't win
Lost
the
2-0.
test.
They didn't win
Yeah.
a test. Yeah, and
So there
he'll
you
know
go.
better
That
than all of
actually,
us
I
because.
remember Sri Lanka won. I remember Sri Lanka won. Was it?
But even Sri Lanka winning, man, that's like a little bit shocking, right?
Yeah.
Because Sri Lanka hasn't been the greatest of
And
teams in
India
recent
should have
times.
won. At least last time around. They should have won.
Yeah, because the first test they played good, the second test and third test was horrific, and they were not able to bounce
और
bounce
आपको
back out of the.
आपके फेवर में टॉस वॉस सब था.
एक आध सेशन गया तो पैगन में मिल जाते. That's the problem in these conditions.
वो वहाँ हाइट पे मर गए आप. Like Jansen and Gidi, Rabada, वो हाइट पे आप मर गए. Like you didn't have a counter attack for that, and your
Yeah.
bowlers were similar height and they were bowling more predictable lengths compared to the South Africans. There was not as much exaggerated movement as South Africa were getting, or exaggerated bounce, and वहाँ पे आप फंस गए. यहाँ पे like आपको like थोड़ा सा अलग रहना bowlers, and not to say that Indian bowlers are not, they're crazy, bro, but yeah, in South Africa you need to utilize variety in your attack.
Yeah, Manoj Anderson saying Prasid taken 3 lower order hat tricks for India A. People get very excited. I mean, देखो भाई, with whatever available options you have to take them. I mean, you don't have an extensive after Shami, Siraj, and Bumrah. You don't have a very big list of proven bowlers. अर्शदीप भी हाल में पिट किया वापस आया. प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा अगेन इंजरी से वापस 1-2 साल के बाद आया. उसके बाद अब शिवम मावी, I don't rate him that much. He's still a slower bowler only. So you don't have a lot of options. So whatever you can get your hands on, I think you have to take it. That's the biggest problem with Indian bowler are not getting developed. I feel थोड़ा slow है उन लोगों का development. Now अगर एक आध injury main bowler को होती थी, I would not be surprised if you would get a Bhuvaneshwar Kumar back. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if India did these kind of things.
I think Bhuvi last time played in South Africa was 2018, I think. And वो time I remember I was watching it with my friend here, and Bhuvi's spell was so crazy. उसके बाद उन्हें injury हो गया. उसके बाद the injury kept coming, and he never played test matches again, I think.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Bowlers develop ही नहीं हो रहे because Bumrah, Shami, Siraj are there right now. And Bumrah की injury होने के बाद there's no one who came up the ranks as Siraj did. कोई और आके नहीं निकल के opportunity नहीं लिया. बुमराह 2 साल लिया वापस आने, and आप वो 2 साल में आप bowler नहीं निकाल पाए एक भी.
Also, first, did you see that guy? I didn't see the innings. I need to see if I can get the highlights. But Mr. Samit scored 80 or 90 for Karnataka. He's Rahul Dravid's son.
No idea.
I didn't see that. Yeah, apparently he played very good shots, and I mean Vinay probably already knows this. He's our viral bayani in cricket. But he played. I was reading about it today. Like there's 2-3 articles which came up. So apparently he plays some really good shots and stuff. I think the game was in Jammu itself, if I'm not mistaken. But he's under 19. So he was playing under 19. क्या है वो पूछ Deodar trophy क्या है? I don't.
Deodar, yeah. Deodar, yeah.
Fast bowlers की जगह they might play both spinners. That would be a mistake, bro. It's not.
No, that's no chance, bro. Like there's no chance. I think they'll play one spinner and like.
I think he's. Who is it? Sunil Gavaskar or somebody put that 11 out today. Where he put both spinners, मगर I don't agree with that. आपको conditions वो देंगे नहीं आपको like spin friendly वाले.
आप उन्हें बैटिंग के डेप्थ को बढ़ाने के लिए आई थिंक ये करना चाह रहे फिर अगर
भैया मगर आपको अटैक करना हारे तो आप अटैक करके हारो.
बेसिकली फिर आपका सिचुएशन जो पाकिस्तान का ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हो रहा वो सिचुएशन हो जाएगा. आप पेसी विकेट पे आप स्लोअर मीडियम पेसर डालेंगे तो इट डोंट मेक सेंस, राइट?
वो तो बहुत बुरा है. लाइक आई होप पाकिस्तान विन द टॉस टुमारो डे आफ्टर टुमारो एंड बैट फर्स्ट एंड लाइक स्कोर.
भाई बैट करे तो सर्वाइव करेंगे वो. इमामुल हक के अलावा बेचारा होने तो बैठ जा रहा है.
स्ट्राइक रेट गेस कर लो क्या रहेगा बोलो.
40.
बहुत बोल रहे हैं आप. 27 दिख रहा है at the MCG. And again वहां पे pitch कैसा है कि we know at MCG like it can be very batting friendly or it can have some cracks and everything like that too. So
Yeah, yeah,
last time around Rahane won over there, I remember for India.
yep.
So like subcontinent teams normally do decent in Melbourne, Sydney, but I don't know how the pitch is going to be. What are your thoughts on
Mm,
Elgar announcing the will retire from international cricket after the series? I think well done to him, and he's
mm.
very gutsy player from what I've seen. He was like the mini Graham Smith in my opinion, like not that not maybe not that caliber or whatever, but he had that guts. I think even in
Takes a
Australia
lot
he
of
had
blows. Yeah,
really good
it takes.
innings.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember Graham Smith and I remember Elgar for having those gutsy knocks, whether it's in Australia or whether it's in South Africa. He's not the most fun player to watch or the most entertaining player to watch. मगर आपको like runs बना के देता है. He sticks at the crease, a very good test cricketer, and he always makes it painful for the opposition. Like he puts a price on his wicket more often than not. Now I don't know what his form is, but I remember last time around he was the most irritating player for the Indian team. He was
Yeah,
just not even
I think there were also a few things that he was saying that the retirement also because lack of cricket है मैं खेल नहीं पाया ज़्यादा cricket and I mean I think it was someone else who said that I don't think it was Dean Elgar in particular but again opportunity towards like Dean Elgar and these guys haven't come a lot and unfortunately he's come to the say that he has to retire but उतना नहीं खेला उन्हें cricket.
Yeah. Bhai, will Rahul play in India versus England? Last time he was dropped after failing 2 times with Australia. वही अब उसकी परफॉर्मेंस ये 2
He
टेस्ट
will.
मैचेस देखना पड़ेगा. अगर परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आई तो मे बी दे ड्रॉप हिम. विल सी व्हाट ईशान किशन's availability is also. I don't know उन्हें कहाँ चलेगा. I was reading a report somewhere that it was some mental fatigueness he was having. So I don't know if that was true or not. Like he was because he's been on tour a lot. He's been sitting on the bench too. Like he's not playing every game. So I
Hmm.
don't know. World Cup भी उन्हें पूरा फिरा. Asia Cup भी उन्हें था. अगर आपको याद है तो
I
I
think he
don't.
understood after KS Bharat came in he understood बिंडा नहीं खेलने वाले हम लोग दोनों
नहीं
and
केस
I
तो
think
बाद में आया राइट इन्हें
और वही हाँ इन्हें चले गया बाद आया बट आई थिंक
हाँ
उन्हें कहीं ना कहीं केएल राहुल अब आए बाद वो जो कमेंट आया था कि मैं मिडिल ऑर्डर में खेलूंगा फॉर T20 वर्ल्ड कप उन्हें समझ गया बॉस.
maybe it impacted him in a negative way.
बिकॉज देखो
But
आप वेस्ट इंडीज में अच्छा खेले आप आपको फिर एशिया कप में लेके गए आप खेले वहां पे भी अच्छा खेले आप एक आध 2 इनिंग्स अच्छा खेले हार्दिक के साथ खड़े रहे आप पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट उसके बाद you then came to the World Cup. You barely played. You played as a substitute fielder. You were there in training 20, all the days you trained. You were sensational in training. Batting अच्छी कर रहे थे आप अफगानिस्तान के अगेंस्ट एक इनिंग्स अच्छा खेले विथ रोहित शर्मा. उसके बाद आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिली. आप बैठे रहे फिर आप साउथ अफ्रीका जाके भी नहीं खेले. So I think that is what hurt him a lot when he didn't get an opportunity in South Africa.
but yeah, I'm sure it hurt him. But I think it's really affected him. Like instead of not being able to stay with. Normally, when that
और जेट
hurts you,
लैग
you
वेट लैग
still
कितना
stay there.
होगा यार वेस्ट
You
इंडीज से
still
इंडिया से साउथ अफ्रीका he's
you
been
still
like
stick it out, but I'm sure it's been more than just hurting him. It's really affected him. कि भाई
yeah
उन्हें बराबर नहीं कर पा रहा तो like he's not being able to train because I mean me and you have both seen this from very
yeah
close quarters. Very fortunate in the last few months कि ठीक है उन लोगों को पैसे जबरदस्त मिलते हैं ये वो मगर फैज उन लोगों को क्या है नेट्स होटल
लाइफ नहीं है
मैक्स
लाइफ नहीं है
होटल नेट्स
yeah.
कभी कभी
फिर भी
डिनर
आप हाँ फिर भी बाहर के टूर पे चले आते
श्रीलंका में
डिस्गाइज
हम
डाल
फिरे
के
थे
वहाँ हाँ आप फिरे थे
वो भी फर्स्ट
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में थे बाबर भाई कैनबरा में चाय पी रहे वो नहीं कर सकते
हाँ
आप अपने कंट्रीज
वो
में नहीं
ठीक है
इंडिया
लेकिन
में तो
आपको
बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकते आप तो
इंडिया
खाली
में
होटल या
हाँ
होटल के
नेट्स
लॉबी में आना तक मुश्किल है.
and someone like Ishan Kishan, like we've seen Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma opt out, but someone like Ishan Kishan is always at the nets.
Yeah.
Him, Surya Kumar Yadav, ये जो fringe players होते हैं, उन लोग हर वक्त
And
आते हैं.
he is one of the guys who raises the atmosphere of comedy in the dressing room. उन्हें बहुत मस्खरा है लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं. He backs everyone. He apparently puts their kids also.
Yeah,
टीम के लिए
and
किड्स भी उन्हें सेट करता है.
exactly. And man, हम लोग खेल रहे नहीं थे, हम लोग थक जा रहे थे. Just अरे भाई practice है सुबह जाना है.
ऐसा
And
लग रहा अपन करे यार.
that was so good. Now we're like shit. We shouldn't have been like that. We should be like we were
Yeah,
excited, of course. So we had the
but he got
adrenaline. मगर
yeah,
हमारे लिए like it was like for the first time this and that. So we went through 2-3 months easy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
bhai, if you have to do this every day for
6
the
months,
rest of
7
your
months.
life,
Yeah,
it's for the rest
6
of your
7
career.
months. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not easy. Like थोड़ा मुश्किल तो. That's what I noticed. I noticed that.
And I think वही रहता ना like some of these social media things you see class clown when he comes back home he gets tired and he's upset actually but no one's talking to him. I think that's kind of a situation what happened with Ishan. Maybe he just got so much like involved with the team and stuff that like now he's probably no one's talking about his cricket aspect of the game. Like, bhai, tum kaisa feel kar
And
rahe,
he
kya
did
kar
not have a right to be like dropped, man. He should have
Yeah,
played more
yeah,
games.
yeah.
बिकॉज
I
उसको
mean,
जब भी
that's
अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही थी अफगानिस्तान के अगेंस्ट उन्हें 50 मारा, ठीक है स्लो था, मगर भाई वी हैव टू गिव
Mara.
हिम द क्रेडिट दैट ही
वेस्ट
वाजंट
इंडीज में 350 बराबर मारा,
हाँ,
350 बैक टू बैक
और
मारा.
उन्हें
Yeah,
उसको आप ऐसा फ्लो में खिला रहे नहीं, तो वर्ल्ड कप में 50 थी, जो पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ वो मैच में था ग्राउंड पे, वो
yeah.
बेहतरीन खेला था
बेहतरीन
उन्हें
खेला.
हार्दिक
Yeah,
पांड्या के साथ,
yeah,
व्हाट अ
yeah,
क्रेजी गेम था. अफगानिस्तान, वी वर देयर इन दिल्ली, वी सॉ लाइक या
yeah.
यू वर टेलिंग मी दैट मैन ही इज नॉट लुकिंग इन रिदम, बट वी डोंट ब्लेम हिम फॉर दैट
Blame
बिकॉज़
him.
ही
Yeah,
वाजंट
because of
गिविंग
fatigue.
गेम्स
Yeah.
इन रो, राइट,
And
इसलिए
then
बात
again,
कर रहा
you still, despite everything, you being around with the team, being happy for the team, but it's just that the team is not reciprocating. कहीं ना कहीं वो लगता है कि भाई जब टीम आपको वापस से आप इतना दे रहे सबके किट्स सबको एंजॉय करा रहे, हंसा रहे,
हूं.
प्रैक्टिस में फील्डिंग, आई थिंक राइट नाउ ही इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फील्डर्स इंडिया इज हैविंग.
हम्म.
आराम से कैचेस पकड़ता, ही गेट्स टू द डिस्टेंसेस, लाइक रन आउट्स एंड स्टफ. विकेट कीपर शुरू करा, आउटफील्डर बन गया, उन्हें वर्ल्ड कप के दौरान भी सब्स्टिट्यूट फील्डिंग कितने की मैचेस में करा उन्हें. I know बातचीत होती फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की. He's played first, he's played fifth, he's played everywhere. So he's doing everything right, but he's just not getting that window of opportunity.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल 100%. एंड यूजिंग टेक्निक एट द टॉप ऑर्डर इज वेरी फ्लॉड, स्पेशली विद द मूविंग बॉल. Yeah, but he can work on that, right? It's something where
Yeah,
he can work, and he still scored runs despite technical flaws. He's not the most technical batsman, technically correct batsman, लेकिन उन्हें काम कर रहा उस पे, and
yeah,
he's aggressive. आपको उन्हें थोड़ा सा X factor देता, maybe not a Rishabh Pant level, but similar type of player where he is aggressive. Rishabh
yeah.
Pant is more technically sound. He has
He's more mentally strong. Rishabh Pant is more mentally strong. Like he
yeah,
doesn't
and
give a crap.
he is,
Yeah,
yeah,
what people think
and
about
also
him.
like his technique wise, like this guy, he is really good, Rishabh Pant. So and yes, he's more gutsy in that sense,
Mm.
and very strong. But even
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant, if you notice, उन्हें भी बहुत drop होता था until that Sydney Test match
Sydney
with,
Test. Yeah,
and then the gap. Like, after that, he was never dropped. But he was dropped
yeah,
before that. I don't think he
yeah.
played that late Test match.
Yeah, but if Ishan had to come in, who does he replace in ODI? I mean, that's it. KL Rahul has come and that's what I was like when KL Rahul was initially in that wicket keeping phase. This is what we spoke about. अपन यही बात करें कि भाई इन्हें आके सबका खाने वाला है जगह, and अभी तो
Yeah, but
hopefully,
the thing is, you will always have injuries. You will always have things, but
yeah,
also Rohit Sharma is finishing his career. Okay,
yeah,
you will
yeah,
have that where Ishan Kishan can take his role. Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, you have to see their form every time. KL Rahul with the
mm,
gloves has not really convinced me, particularly in the final.
yeah,
So that's another thing. Even in tests, if Rahul starts dropping catches this time around, फिर
mm.
आपको ईशान किशन, you have to look at him in the test 11 also until Rishabh Pant comes back.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's something that you'll have to look at. But again, options तो है for India in the wicket keeping. आप संजू भी है, अब संजू को कैसे आप इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे? बहुत से, I think they have a lot of answers still. अभी संजू को रस्सी देना जिस तरीके से आप केएल और श्रेयस अय्यर को दिए, तो अब वही है कि भाई आगे जाके कैसा होगा. बट अगेन यू स्टिल डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट रीजन ऑफ व्हाट ईशान किशन वाज गोइंग थ्रू. वी जस्ट स्पेक्युलेटिंग. यहाँ पे कोई ये नहीं बोल रहा कि 100% ये है. बट मोस्टली जो मसाला भाई बोले 6 महीने से आप इधर उधर फिरा रहे उनको, लेकिन आप कुछ खिला रहे नहीं, तो आई थिंक दैट इज द ओनली थिंग व्हाट गॉट टू हिज हेल्थ.
Maybe, yeah, it could be. Was a hota. Like I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. But we got. I think 20. So tomorrow late night is. I mean, for you early morning is the game. 26th Boxing Day is
Yeah,
the
6
Australia, and then we have
5
the.
a.m. Yeah, 5
I
a.m.
hope it doesn't rain. I hope we see a lot of things. Vinny was talking about the. The pitch cracking on day 3. It can crack on day 1 also, man. It's like because you have enough juice and moisture in the pitch which will
Yeah,
provide seam, swing, and everything. So you might see the ball moving around from the first day itself. The only answer
yeah,
India doesn't have is for fast bowling all rounder. And that is
yeah. I
a
mean,
very good answer because every team has 10 answers for that. You don't have a single answer for that. That is the
yeah,
biggest problem. And every format. हार्दिक पांड्या एक फॉर्मेट नहीं टिक रहा, 3 कहाँ खिलाएंगे आपको? एवरी फॉर्मेट टीम्स हैव like more than one all-rounder option or at least one. Man,
true.
Pakistan have also like Fahim Ashraf, like what more? He's not whatever his level is. At least they
Yeah,
have
I
him.
mean, that is grooming one Aga Salman as well to be one. So I mean, they're trying their
But he's
best
not
to do with him.
fast.
He's not fast, but I mean, he can still
The spin.
bowl wicket to wicket, whatever he's gonna be able
Yeah.
to bowl. But with that, I mean, yeah, वही हार्दिक का तो केस कोई समझा नहीं सकता. डॉक्टर खुद नहीं समझ रहा, तो अपन ना क्या समझेंगे हार्दिक का केस. Bhai, can we get KL out Rahul of 2018 back? Remember his 100 in England. I mean, this is all the reason why they backed him, right? These exact England wala century, and whatever he's done in the past. But again, he just needs to be more. I mean, since he's come back, I would say, okay, by fair play, Asia Cup, fantastic, World Cup first game, fantastic, and crucial contribution of 30 plus and sometimes 100 with 3S a year. So I think he's been good since he's come back. But final me again, he a lot of wickets falling around him. He got pareshan and unable to, you know, just make sure that he sort of gets aggressive. He ended up getting out.
Yeah, and that's where you need these kind of players to step up in final situations. Whether it's Rahul, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, ये तीनों पे depend होते हैं आप. So they
Yeah.
have to step up from the big games. Overhead conditions will give us a same match is expected to stay overcast for majority of the match, and this rain around. I hope that doesn't disturb play. I hope that we get a full game or at least a
Yeah, that's
result.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought of South Africa preferring main player to play in SA T20 and playing their B or C team versus New Zealand and New Zealand Test Championship. Main player to play in
It
the
just shows me कि
oh,
भाई cricket is moving towards the T20
domestic.
franchise
Yeah.
model and अगर अगर ये दूसरा T20 IPL आ गया या T10 जो भी बोल रहे हैं उन लोग नया फॉर्मेट सितंबर में
Yeah.
तो they need to move further. So it just shows what people's priorities are and it's the same thing with I think uh, other teams. It's just the top three can take Test cricket seriously because उसमें they have proper tours पैसे involved है they have like a proper planning मगर आप साउथ अफ्रीका देख लो न्यूजीलैंड पाकिस्तान they play tests on very odd times odd this there's no
Yeah.
set schedule so I don't really blame them for looking at the T20 league because they have to make money too that board has to finance आप big three का मॉडल है उसमें साउथ अफ्रीका इंक्लूडेड नहीं है ना पाकिस्तान है ना
Correct.
न्यूजीलैंड they have to उन लोग को भी रोटी देखना है भाई कहाँ से मिलेंगी right they can't just depend on certain things and if SAT20 is giving them the money which test cricket is not providing them because there's no guarantee apart from the top three no one plays consistent test cricket who plays मेरे को तो नजर नहीं आता
Yeah.
who
True.
plays.
True. Yeah.
It's India England and Australia right
True.
पाकिस्तान
Yeah.
randomly खेल लेते South Africa
और एक
random
एक ही जगह खेलते हैं तो पाकिस्तान होम में खेलते साउथ अफ्रीका मोस्टली घर पे खेलते नॉट लॉट ऑफ टोल्ड आल्सो विद देम एज वेल सो
yeah so like
न्यूजीलैंड probably will be the fourth
until you have
team
this
which
big
comes to
three
mind.
and
Yeah.
funds are not evenly spread or like there's not enough thing for test cricket and you're going to see more shift of this even Pakistani players at one point will say bhai PSL खेलना है हमारे को
Yeah, before we wrap, just before we wrap, I want to know your thoughts on Tom Curran यार वो क्या कर रहा था यार उन्हें
it was so
इतना
stupid
बेखौफी कौन
I
कर सकता है यार security came and stood in front of him and he ran over the security guard.
yeah so I didn't get the video because I was watching it on mute and then when I saw the
Oh,
umpire come there then I said oh he's
yeah,
like
running on the
not
pitch.
supposed to fall on the pitch I thought it was normal but yes you know हम लोग ground को कितने बार गए वहां पे कोई भी नहीं
भाई
आता पिच को
yeah,
ऐसा
yeah.
खाली देखते पिच को दूर से they
अरे
run
भाई
on
आपको
the
मना कर चलो आप एक बार गलती में गफलत में कर लिया आपको मना करे बाद आप सिक्योरिटी के ओवर ऊपर से भाग रहे भाई लाइक दैट वाज एंड आरसीबी से आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में अभी आए आपको आया थोड़े बहुत आपको मिल रहा मौका आपके भाई का सोचो 10 चीजें सोच के आप पिंडे को बोलो मैं भागता हूँ पिच पे
Yeah,
बोले तो
and,
लाइक
you know, there's a slight excuse. Maybe he didn't hear, but he saw the umpire right in front of him, man. There's no way.
Empire told him you can't run like it's in the audio because I've seen it with the
Yeah.
audio. He said
No, but the
you
audio,
can't you
like
can
at
run
some point, so we picked it up. Maybe that, maybe the voice वहाँ तक पहुँचा नहीं. That's his only very
uh,
small benefit of the doubt I'm giving him. But
because
it's still,
उन्हें हाथ भी पता है you can run on this part of the
yeah,
ground but
yeah.
you can't
Then
run
when
here
I saw,
and then he's
then
standing in front of you so obviously you have
it's
like I
completely
don't.
his fault, man. He's too
Yeah,
like stupid for doing
stupid. At the international level, if you're going to be doing something like that, I think before we wrap, Ibrahim, my last comment: CSA are working on a system to make sure that they don't have a situation like this with a new contract system for players. They're planning to on introducing a hybrid contract system. Yeah, I mean something that even West Indies should look into. They've also been having situations with contracts and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean tomorrow again we come live before the preview. The actual Boxing Day test is going to be
that. Yeah.
exciting day for sports. And yeah, we are going to go towards South Africa again, a battle, big battle. Hopefully India comes out winning. Otherwise we're just used to this right now. So yeah, till then everybody do like, subscribe. Thank you for joining us, Manoj, Anderson, bhai, Vinay bhai, good to see you after a long time, Ibrahim bhai, and everybody else. Usual Tom Curran is very cool guy. Seen his commentary in the 100, cool, but I mean right now he's a bloody fool. So I think that didn't make sense for me. If he's so cool, he should have respected what the umpires were telling him. But till then, yes, thank you everybody for joining us and have a nice day. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.